Hey everybody, welcome back to BobkeTV. Well, bike racing might very well be the toughest, most unpredictable sport in the world, and here is why. Can you imagine Cam Newton drops back, trying to find a receiver, throw a touchdown perhaps, and gets wiped out by a car or a motorcycle? That happens all too frequently in professional bike racing. This is Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. Stig Broeckx from the Lotto squad, drifting off the front after taking a pull, and pow, gets knocked down and out of Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne by the medical motorcycle. The medical motorcycle. Here's another look. He looks over. He's moving out to. He's just taking his turn at the front. Oh man, just right down into the ground. And that is the end of the day for Stig Broeckx. Miraculously not hurt much worse in that crash in Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. The moto driver, plenty of room on the right-hand side of the road. All he needed to do was give another inch, and he would have gotten around there and no incident. Instead, Stig Broeckx comes to grief on the streets of Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. Brutal sport. Here is the most horrific and appalling crash I've ever seen in my life. Tour de France, Juan Antonio Flecha gets knocked down by one of the follow cars trying to pass the breakaway, ricochets across the pavement, takes out Johnny Hoogerland, and Hoogerland just goes flying into a barbed wire fence, absolutely ripped to shreds. Vogler makes it through, but bad luck for Flecha and Hoogerland and horrible driving. Here's another example at the Tour. Tries to wipe out Ryder Hagedal. That wasn't good enough for this moto driver. A little bit further up the road, Jakob Fuglsang gets knocked down. This is the Tour de France, folks. Jakob Fuglsang just plowed into the ground, going too fast and too closely. Tour of Spain, another big bike race, Grand Tour. And this time, it's the turn of Peter Sagan to get wiped out. In the green jersey, leading the points competition, trying for the stage win, and understandably enraged at being plowed into by one of the follow motorcycles and Peter Sagan. He would remount, he would finish the stage, but this was the end of his Volta a España on stage number 8 last summer. Sagan just going over, cartwheeling down the road. And just imagine if that happened a moment earlier and he would have been plowing into those metal posts at the side of the road. Look how fast the motorcycle is going. That's the motorcycle that hit Sagan, just flying. And bam, down goes Sagan. There he is on the ground. This moto driver just knocked him down. It's completely unnecessary and inexcusable. Also in Spain, Greg van Avermaet, this is Sagan getting to the finish line of the Tour of Spain, stage number 8, drops out, did go on to win the World Championships, maybe carrying some of this anger with him forward. Here's Van Avermaet, Classica San Sebastian. Look how close the moto drivers are. They're right on Van Avermaet's wheel. If they have to avoid something, it's no way. And that's exactly what happens. Plows right into Van Avermaet. And Van Avermaet is right in front of the guy's nose. How does this happen in a top bike race, one of the biggest bike races of the year, Classica San Sebastian? And Van Avermaet just dropped the field to win and gets knocked over by one of the following motorbikes. It's absolutely inexcusable. This is the UCI's job. The UCI needs to have in place training and certification program for everybody that follows the races. Every single driver, every team car, every medical car, every television camera, every still camera, all the race officials, the drivers of these vehicles, the life of the riders is in their hands. There has to be some penalty for the race organizers if these circumstances happen. And without that, they're going to continue to happen. The UCI has to stop giving sanctions to races that are unsafe for the riders. That's the bottom line. They also have to certify and train all of the drivers that are in the following flotilla. And it's a lot of vehicles. Paris-Roubaix, 25 teams will be in Paris-Roubaix this year. That's crazy. That's insane. That's too many teams. Too many riders on the road going too quickly and way too many cars following without adequate drivers. So the UCI, they ask the riders to do a lot. They ask the riders to do everything. So do the race organizers. But the riders have to be protected if the sport is going to continue to flourish. What's your comments on this? What's your suggestions? What can the UCI do? Maybe I haven't remembered everything, but this has been going on since I was a professional and before that. So there has to be much more caution on the part of the drivers that work day in and day out with the professionals for the professional riders to be able to do their jobs. Suggestions, I like it when you press like, love it, and please keep the subscriptions coming. Thanks a lot. And what could be more important than the rider's safety? Your bottom line, that the race organizers and sponsors get to see carnage? I just don't, for the life of me, I can't understand